Hey everyone, before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that you'll be hearing a few beeps coming in from my end. It's nothing bad, it's just I decided to bleep a few couple things because I mentioned something that's a bit of an info hazard or basically things that may or may not, I guess, shatter your worldview on a certain theory that me and my buddy here will be getting into. Nothing bad, I just figured that on the very, very off chance that AI gets too advanced and the theory becomes true, you guys won't get boned in the end. All right. With that being said, enjoy the episode. All right, and we're back. It's the third episode now. Now I got Logan.
What's up? My name's Logan. I'm sorry.
No, I
Uh,
don't know. I haven't really gotten good at doing intros or whatever. I don't know
I
what I want
mean,
to do.
it'll come naturally. I mean, with streaming, um, when like doing like the outro, I literally just say goodbye to the people that are in my chat and
But
just
that
like call them out by name. That's it.
that's kind of, I don't want to say basic, but it's like you gotta.
You call me base,
it's,
bro? You
it's,
call me base?
it's just like you gotta have something, right?
Well, like,
It's
I'm think.
how do I say it?
Okay,
It's something. Don't get me wrong. It's
yeah.
probably better than what I could do, but it's just like I don't know. You gotta have some flair, I'd say.
Well, okay. First me, and then I'm gonna suggest something to you, because if you're fucking call me base of my little outro, you little fuck. Uh, but I, I don't know. I mean, I might be able to start doing something because I haven't told you guys. I guess I would just tell you guys now.
Oh,
I'm going to be making now over $100
oh,
from streaming now every month. I
oh.
mean, it's not much considering like how much all the other streamers are getting paid, but like $100 is $100.
No,
It's $100 I never had.
that's good.
You
You
know? Yeah,
wanna tell the audience like you wanna plug in some of that the
plug
Twitch
in.
your streams?
It's. I mean, right now it's a very dumb name. I'm thinking of changing it to It's Just Gold. If it's not
Like we're
taken, I might have to like make a. I don't know. I just.
you're saying
It's Dark Golden One right now. It's so fucking dumb.
Dark
It's
Golden
so
One.
fucking
You hear
dumb.
that? Write it down. Write it down.
Write it down. Give me just send a follow if you see me online. I usually play whether with the group that you have been interviewing in the podcast, I've seen, talked to,
Yes.
or I play with my Destiny 2 clan. You'll see us try challenges like the flawless runs of raids and whatnot. Those are absolutely abysmal and funny and make me want to end my suffering.
Yep.
But it's an interesting watch. I mean, my channel's been growing. I've been getting new people every once in a while. I have one viewer that always seems to show up.
Oh,
He's
fan.
completely random too. My first one, and it feels good. It's not
Do you have
been
a
going pretty well.
you have like a schedule going on with that, or is it just like when you feel like you can
Uh,
get some good out of it?
I mean, right now I can't post a schedule because of school and whatever school comes first. College and whatnot. But during the summer, I think I'm to be taking a break from school and focusing on just my work, like work, and then going to maybe expand more on streaming,
Um,
see how far I can actually go. But definitely save up money.
yeah.
But I can't. We also just got sidetracked from me plugging my thing from when I was talking about of outros and everything.
Just trying to show
But
support.
thank you. But with the money that I'm getting now, I was thinking maybe commissioning an outro because I don't know like
Your
how
avatar.
people say it, yeah, my avatar, my
Yeah.
persona. I was about to say persona, but, but um um uh I was like thinking maybe having something to do with that guy because I mean I already have I love this guy, my avatar guy.
You should.
as soon
Be that for
as I
Halloween.
got that commissioned. No,
No,
no.
you don't want to wear like the black skin suit and like have
Black
like
morph suit,
yeah like a morph suit and then like you just have some like planets tied to you.
planets hovering around
Yeah.
you. People are not gonna understand it, but like I guess I could try. But back to what I was gonna suggest for you. You could also like get music in the start of it. Like I can't imagine just
Like
so many podcasts that have like a little
yeah, you
jazz going
gotta
in the
have
beginning
something.
of it. It's like, "Oh, and welcome back. Today we
Yeah, I
have
want some
on the
smooth jazz.
show, yeah, smooth jazz is then it's just like, and then you have to like have it like die low, and then you start speaking. That shit could go hard if you do it right.
Though
I,
the way I
I
like to want to think about it is this as if this is some sort of like late night talk show. And then I just the scenario I imagine is just like I'm in my fancy little suit behind the desk on the stage, and then I got like the guests just sitting like pretty much across, and then it's just like late
yeah.
night talk show vibes. But
I mean,
yeah, I don't know. Gotta
I
have that
this is
identity.
a suggestion that I don't think anyone has done, and actually in the entertainment industry, just on streaming and like podcasts and whatnot. You could. I wonder if it would be an interesting idea to start if you get like a decent following or like any following. Start making it so you actually live stream it in some sorts of sense in terms of recording and have like
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know have like cutout figures placed on one another and have like one of them move when one of us talk and some shit. I mean, it
maybe,
would be pretty interesting
maybe.
because I don't think anyone has done that kind of stuff before.
Cause well the thing
Uh,
was like, I think the idea for this podcast is just came from like, well, immediately just me from listening to podcasts at work. But then I just thought like it'd be funny if I do this and I got my friends to join in. And so I'm not, I don't know, I think I'm not really sure if I'll kind of really have it be advertised or try to make it the next big thing or whatever. I just thought it'd be a fun little thing to do with friends and just share with like my circles, I guess if you want to call it that, and then people who are on it want to share with other people. And this is a neat little thing that they can listen to, and you just hear me spurting my nonsense, but with different people.
yeah, yeah. And then we could possibly even start doing groups and then
Yeah, get the individuals
just
first, and then mix and
have a whole
match.
entire yeah the chaos reign.
Yep. Well, we'll see where it goes. I wanted to get the episodes churned out kind of. I know there was like a bit of a break between the first one and then barely got done with Robbie's recording at the time of recording. And then,
Hmm.
yep, I think after you, I'll I get my online friends on board. I also want to get finish up the group with two people, but we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see where it goes. Definitely excited. I like to do these, but I think this isn't just a thing like where I just reach out randomly and like if I haven't spoken with them for a while. Like imagine
Hmm.
me just like not being in contact with someone for like a few months and then just message out of nowhere like, "Hey man,
Hey yo,
you
do
want to
you
be
want to
on?
be on my
You
podcast?
want to be on a podcast?" And they're like, "Uh,
Who the fuck are you?
yeah,
I mean, another thing that it would be a suggestion is like you could just. I mean, there's probably so many different communities and people that you could possibly meet and just interview them. You could probably have a little session where you just interview people
like
that you
maybe."
find, whether on Discord, online, or something that's open chat. I mean, take for example, like any type of like open mic social game. Like I think the one that I've mostly seen is like a VR chat,
Uh-huh.
that stuff. I remember one of our friends was very into that, and you can meet some wild people out there that are just very open in terms of the stories. I mean, I don't know if somebody asks me, I would be completely open to the shit that I have experienced.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Right now, just getting friends out the way. Maybe like I would reach out to some other people, but just taking it as it goes. Right now, just since I know you guys, being friends with you for a while, I know like what to write about or what things I'd like to ask or like to have us discuss, but I think if it came to like someone I barely met, I think it would have been might be a little bit of a tougher task to tackle.
Mm. Mm. I see it.
Yeah. Let's see. It's actually nice to have some sort of like casual conversation for once instead of our usual screaming matches. I gotta say.
My absolute rage fest of berating you
It's
and
just
just
every day. It's just I wonder. I hate you. I hate you with the passion.
uh,
I know where you
I
live.
hate
I'm gonna drive
I
over
know where
there
you
and kick
live.
your ass. It's just that like
Then I
unending
drive
every
over
day.
just to pick you drive over just to pick you up for work or go get
Yeah.
gains.
Yeah, I do have you to thank though for the new PC and getting me Chick-fil-A or not Chick-fil-A, the Canes.
Gains. But I don't know, man. In terms of berating, it just I'm
I
sorry,
get it.
but like it's just I have
It's
it's just
just
you're just right there. You're just the target,
just an
man. It's
easy
just
target. Whatever. It's just
hey man.
it's not nothing I'm not used to.
Like I mean,
You gotta have a
take for example,
thick skin.
I mean, you guys fucking berate me. Don't like think that I'm less like a no. Hey, I'm not a fucking single ass bully. I don't just bully Amador. I get bullied way more. I these fuckers will get on my ass for anything that I do about fucking Elden
Not
Ring.
true.
Fuck it. Yes, yes. Shut
Slander.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's true. Maybe not as much as you, but fucking the other two, hell yeah.
Alright, okay.
Fucking Robbie, fucking backseat gaming me.
Alright, well I will say
Ugh.
I don't for just
Mhm.
what's it
Mhm.
how to say it? I don't know what the word is, it slips my mind. I just find it funny whenever you say hate me because I know it's not serious at all. It's just like just something dumb I say or something dumb I do. In fact, I think anyone I'll end up like interviewing for this thing already has a taste for that personality. That they just know I'm just like wacky and zany like that.
Wacky Sadie. I mean, sometimes it just comes out so naturally. Like you say something, okay, I'm going over here. It's like, Amador, you fucking idiot.
What can I say?
And you might not be
I
doing
like
anything else.
people I like make people laugh.
Yeah, I don't know. It
But
just
I gotta say, man, this formal conversation it is a nice change of pace.
a nice calm setting.
Yeah, we could talk like people and treat each other as human instead of berating as animals. But
I mean, that's what the content is, though. When fucking B or
yelling, screaming
Dakota
matches.
are just at top notch, just yelling at each other, and then for the next 10, 15, I remember I was streaming. What was it when we were
Oh,
playing Minecraft at the
oh,
time,
I remember.
and then
Yeah.
people in my chat was like, "What the fuck did I just walk into?" And it's just me and Dakota going at it at each other, and after 15 minutes passed, they're like, "Hey Dakota, you want to go help me do something?" He's like, "Oh yeah," and then we just completely fight.
Yeah, it's like some. I guess you guys are just letting off steam at that point. Like hell, I imagine like one of you is just leans back in the chair after it all and like lighting a cigarette.
Just take a nice deep
Yeah.
breath. It's like, ah, I needed that. I
Yeah,
needed that.
exactly. I
It's
think one of
I
you guys even said that. You're like, "Ooh." It's like I needed that.
it's nice. Like you got to scream everything out, and I'm like, oh, I feel good. I feel good. You're right, Bo.
Yeah. What is nice about that? At least here though,
I
we'll
mean,
act like a gentleman.
mm, true. I mean, it's also that kind of interesting dynamic. If you don't mind me segue into something here,
Go ahead.
uh, of like, I especially, strangely enough, fun fact about me in terms of my workplace. Uh, except for my first job, every single other job I've had, I was the only guy there.
Huh? Is
Working as a daycare worker,
this
working
intentional?
in Party City. Well, actually, no, Party City. My manager was a guy, so that's a lie, I guess.
But
But
like actually
working
like
at
on the
right now,
workforce, like being the grunt.
yeah, being the grunt, I'm the only guy.
Is
And
this
it's just
intentional?
like, what's going I don't know, dude. I literally, my way of applying for jobs, Or is the pay good, and who responds to me? I for Party City, the first one to respond to me, and I got an interview, and I would just okay, I guess I'm working here. Same thing for when I'm working at the pet shop. First ones to contact me. I got contacted by the people. I could have been working at a cafe if they called me 2 days earlier, but they did it, and I'm the only guy there. And all the time, it's they're like, oh, you're a guy. Every single time when I first start working, it's just like, what? Yeah,
Is
I am. Especially at the daycare. Daycare is probably the riskiest, but also like I think the best because I was actually able to like uh hang out with the boy kids. They have like someone to like latch onto and like I guess I don't know communicate. Because at the daycare that I worked at, we accepted 6 months old to all the way to 12-year-olds, which is I don't know why you will put your 12-year-old in a fucking kiddie daycare
just leave them at
like
home.
at all. Exactly, exactly. I mean, we had like three that would show up every once in a while, and it's so dumb, and I feel so bad for them. But they're at the age where like I can actually talk like somewhat casually to them. I remember plenty of times I'm talking to them, and I'm just telling them, "Yeah, college sucks, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you." And I'm just telling it's like if you're gonna go to college, you gotta go to community college, or unless you have a really good scholarship, go to community college. It's 10 times cheaper. You're not going to be swimming in debt because I know already, like, I think 5 people right now that are really scared of their college debt. They're in college.
Uh,
And I can't even imagine that. I mean, I'm already barely surviving on paying community college and then full time and then going to my job. I mean, I still have leftover money, but, you know,
yeah, no, it's always scary. The great thing about that though is that in the near decade that it'll take between now and when those kids actually get, to actually think about college, they're probably not gonna remember. They probably like will
they're
just
not.
think about like there was that one guy at that one
There was that
daycare.
one guy at daycare that like told me not to
he's
do
he's
this,
like, oh, he
but
warned me
I'm
about
gonna
this.
do. It's like a force ghost, like don't do it, please.
I think I know why. Like, it might have been that you were probably like the sole male working in these jobs. It's because you weren't applying for a job where you get your hands dirty and doing
I
like
mean,
hard work like
okay,
us men,
okay, bud.
like like I do.
Like how true men. Was also a busser at one point. I worked at the restaurant that's right by me, man. But
Uh,
I absolutely hated that place, and I survived only for like 6 months.
it was
The
funny.
manager there, oh my god, I hated that place so much.
It was
I'm
funny
not,
that
I can't disclose the place, but if it's an Italian restaurant, that's all I'm gonna say. It's
just
not the
start
one
giving
that
out
people are
hints.
probably thinking right now. It's not the one that people are probably thinking if they know me, but um, like their fucking back is the most disgusting place I have ever seen. Okay,
It's, a, it's great
I
that
hope I don't get sued. I
yeah,
hope I don't
I
get
don't think you're
sued.
gonna get sued because it was funny
I'm not
that
disclosing.
you're not disclosing
I'm not
qual
just
like private information here. I don't
like
think.
yeah. I'm not disclosing. I'm not disclosing anything.
But
Like anyone can see this shit if they just walk past the sliding doors or like the fucking flip flap doors that most places have. But every single day in this place, there's let me give you the layout. There's a sink where a lot of me, busser. Well, actually, no, I was the only busser. But waiters will dump food into like the sink and then put the plate back in for the dishwasher. For some fuck no reason, there's a gap between the pipes where the food and water goes, and then the pipe like. So imagine like where a full pipe and measure half of it just cut off, and everything would just fall in between for some reason that it just exists there. And then every once in a while, the bottom pipe will overflow and flow into the kitchen where there's gunks of food and just wet, like disgusting water overflows. And it is horrendous.
well, it's a good thing I
And
wasn't
I
working
just, God, dude, it's so bad.
there.
It's just so bad. But I do. Yeah.
No, because
I've had my fair share of disgusting shit,
yeah,
man.
you told me about all this too, because that was gonna be. It was funny actually when you just segued into like work and jobs, because obviously that was like one of the topics I had written was that I was gonna say despite all our differences, we both are but or no, well you're no longer a buster, but I'm a buster, so you have some common ground.
We we know the struggles of being a busser
Truly,
in in different environments. I mean, I can't know how big your area is because I haven't been there in a long time.
it's like
But
I
I
got
just
no frame of reference because this is like my first job and like my first busing job in general, so I can't even say. I'd say like I don't know, sizable, but at the end of the day, I can't really
like, do
compare
you
it to
think it's the
nothing.
size of like, okay, imagine like Wendy's like eating inside area. Bigger than that?
No, I don't know. Like the
I feel,
dine-in area
no.
of the Wendy's.
Like that, yeah, yeah.
I mean, you take away
Like
all
for
the
example,
shit and like
like
you strip away anything, so it's just the walls. Yeah, it's about that
mhm.
size.
Yeah. Okay. Uh for me in my job, it was rough like half that size. But it would be that size if you count the outdoor section that we had. But these fucking owners cram packed every available seat they can in there. Like people will be eating really close to one another. I swear.
Touching elbows.
And they change and then they change the seat orders. Like you know how like every single seat's like, oh, this is table 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yada yada yada.
Yeah,
Um, fucking they always change it and rearrange it, but I didn't know that. I just know the pattern of it. But apparently, the tables keep their number even if they're like in different sections. Like I always thought it was like left to right, top down in terms of the numbering,
yeah.
but no, 3 and fucking 6 could be switched, but they're still 6 and 3.
Oh, okay, I get you.
It's yeah, it was horrendous. I remember the day I quit. Um,
You're like
it
finally.
was God. I don't even think I didn't even. I realized on the quit I didn't even clock in for that day. I was like, I don't care, I'm out. I was it was after a Friday rush, and we just started closing up. I just finished cleaning the tables. I'm sweeping. I'm going to clean my tips and then get the hell out. And I think I could disclose this that the owners are husband and wife. I mean, there's so many businesses that are husband and wives.
Yeah, I mean,
So
like I said, I don't think you're gonna get rated
okay,
because of the information you're
okay.
disclosing.
A
Maybe it's
little
different because like I'm
FBI just
actually
shows up in
like
the back.
it might be different for me, and only because like one, uh, because I'm still working there, I guess. So I don't know. It's not like I'm really trying to share this out. Like I said, unless someone just decides to track down where I work and show my bosses. But
Just
yeah, because I'll
I can't
I'll say
even.
for the podcast that I do work inside of a casino, just like the buffet part. So I'm a buffet busser. But like, so if I were to talk about anything about like the inner workings of the casino, not that like I really know much because that's a whole different
I
little
know the code to
department.
the safe.
Yeah,
I know the shifts
I
of all
don't
the
know any of
security
that.
guards.
You
I
hear
know how
me?
to get into the security room. I know everything. If you need to do a heist on this casino, I'm your guy.
All I'm saying is that at 2 p.m. at the southwest part of the building, there's no one there. I'm kidding. But no, I don't know anything like that. I'm just a little buster, alright? I just stick to like cleaning up the stations, okay? That's all I really know. There's a whole different department for all the inner workings of the casino. So, but if I were like talk about any of that, then that's a big no-no. But no, I'm fine. I'm just fucking. I clean up plates and take out trash. Like, what am I gonna know?
Yeah, I mean, I just remember back to me quitting, just sweeping in the back, and then the the husband of like the husband came in and it's like, yeah, I just don't think you're really cut out for this business. And I'm like, okay. And
You're
I
like,
just
say no
dropped the
more.
broom in front. Just this, drop the broom in front of him. It's like later, man. I just left. At the time I didn't have a car, so I just walked out. I just walked out. I don't care.
Classic.
I was just we're in a small town. I could walk to my house. I don't give a fuck
You
at
wouldn't
this
be worried
point.
about
Just get me
like
out.
you wouldn't be worried about like official paperwork stating that you're leaving. No,
No, fuck them,
no,
dude.
no,
I still
no,
got jobs afterwards.
no 2 week
I did
notice.
just no repercussions. I remember, oh my god, I remember when I had to do taxes and I go back over there to get my W-2.
Oh,
And when
jeez.
I went back over there, they whole completely new staff. It hasn't even been half a year, and all the people that I was working there when I was working there gone, completely new staff. And when I showed up, and it's like, "Hello, I'm here to see the owner." And it's like, "Oh, are you here for an interview?" I was like, I laughed and said, "No, no, God, no."
Yeah,
Got my paperwork and I just left.
maybe it was just everyone there saw you quit and it inspired them that they too could quit.
the the spark of fire.
It was a
Just
spark of rebellion, letting them
it was
know
just to
that they
get
could.
the
Yep,
hell out.
they're like maybe if he could do it, I could do it.
We could all do it. I can't even imagine still working
Then
there.
everyone
I don't
else
even know
started
how
dropping
it's
their brooms.
just a mass walkout. Oh,
Yeah,
I even though I never want to do that to like any job, especially the job I'm currently working at, but like if I was ever in that sitting and I saw someone walk out that way, I would walk out with them. If I felt that way to the company as well, I'd be like, fuck it. I want to be part of this.
stick it to the man.
Truly, truly. I mean, speaking of jobs, this is we're changing the tracks again.
That's
Apologies,
fine. It's fine.
but this
Me,
is just popping on
I
my
don't know if
mind.
it feels like if the whole job thing took up the whole hour, that'd probably be a problem. It's good we're getting some variety.
But um, I want your opinion as well, and I'll also voice in mine in terms of how do you think about AI in the job force, and you think like robots are going to take the food industry? Because McDonald's, I believe, this was posted like I think released half a year ago. They released, well, not released. They opened a whole entire store that was completely automated. Like
I feel
one or
like I've
three
heard of
people
this.
would need to come in to like program, make sure everything's doing okay, but otherwise it's completely robotic. Like it's like voice activation for like calling in the order and whatnot.
I feel like I've
Like, do you think?
heard of this. Well, let's see. Like if I think robots are just gonna take over our jobs in the food industry.
I mean, they're already doing it for bars. There's robotic bars now, or like the
Not
way
to
they
any
do
bar
it, they
I've
have
been
all the.
to.
Well, no, dude, we live in Arizona.
I don't go to bars.
We have we have a lot of old people that will hate fucking people like that. But I'm saying in like cities like San Francisco, New York,
uh,
a bunch of places where like a lot of fad bars and like people that like that, like, ooh, this
I
stuff is
think I
new.
think there's a difference between like some goddamn like robotic voice that just takes your order and shit like that versus like an actual robot. If it was an actual robot, like some Star Wars shit, I'd probably be into it. Uh,
I mean, they have that kind of stuff in Japan, like close to be like and like little robots on wheels that talk to you. But I don't. I mean, with
anything
the way
lower than
AI
the
is going,
anywhere lower than those humanoid robots, I ain't having it. All right.
you wouldn't have a robot serve you a drink at a bar, like a little robot hand that looked at you and is like, "What do
Well,
you
it's just
want,
gonna be
sir?"
like I think I know what we're talking about. It's like some like blocky looking thing, like some shit came out of Wally, and then like no face, nothing like cool and interesting. It's like a
This
pretty
is
much a
arm, basically.
tall, wide Roomba essentially, but like with like a little extendo arm. Like I just want like a
Making
humanoid. Yeah,
drinks.
I want a fucking humanoid. Like give me C3PO and like give me some of
I
that.
mean, I feel like someone has to be developing something like that, because the way AI is going, it seems like everyone at the bar could know the bartender, and then they have a whole entire system where it keeps track of like facial recognitions of like have a whole entire audio track of past conversations and know
Well,
exactly what to talk to you about this person.
I don't know. Well, I think just the warmth that you get with human interaction, I don't think that could ever really be replaced. So honestly, I don't know. I don't think it's human bartenders and human servers aren't really going anywhere too soon. But you
Mm.
know what? Then again, well, like I had mentioned, or well, viewers don't know, but just before this, we were just talking about AI. That's which actually did lead to the whole podcast being recorded. But anyway,
Yeah,
as I
because we.
said, as I said, just before the recording, um, like with AI, at first, when it first started being a big thing, it was coming out and like all the AI generated pictures are just like abstract things and like things that like if you squint your eyes and let your imagination run wild, then you can be like, oh yeah, I can see like what it was trying to make. But a few
Hmm.
months after that is like started being more advanced, and then now it's like, of course, the most advanced it, yeah,
Photorealistic.
and it's like actually kind
Ac-
of starting to become a concern. So although I could
hmm.
say like, hey, humans aren't going anywhere. I don't know how wrong I'll be. Like say, like a few years down the line.
Not even, dude. Like it is developing too fast. Like way too
I'm
fast.
telling you, man.
I mean, it's
I have no mouth, I must scream. It's gonna get it too advanced for its own good.
it just. I mean, they're already as soon as AI like started picking up, companies started incorporating it into everything. I mean, Google just released its AI assistant when you do Google searches. Bing already started doing that way
Everyone's
before Google.
they're all doing that. Well, even
Yeah,
before
it's
like this
just.
was kind of a big thing. Like, what's it? Microsoft had Cortana, and like there was Siri, so it's like,
Hmm.
well, of
Well,
course
those are like
not.
very basic
Yeah, it's not
ones
like on a
where it
level where
just
it is
takes up
today.
the voice, and they basically just put into a search pool and just have it the voice like Siri partake of whatever is being said on the search. But now they could actually hold conversations with you, and it I, it's just crazy to me. I mean, there's already games that have been trying to develop that kind of stuff where a game got released where you're a detective in a town and you actually have to talk to these AI characters that have like mood sets, uh, wants, needs, how they show that they're nervous or whatnot, and you actually have to ask them questions to see if any one of them will break or like let something slide or tell a rumor or something like that. And that's just like the basics of it.
Yeah,
Like we're the stepping stones of like to something massive, especially down the line for
history
actually
right here.
having an RPG where your story is completely unique the way you talk to these NPCs.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I said some shit about that, but it was like so like I won't say basic, but just say if I give it
We're
some time, then it'd be like a lot better, probably a lot more
we're in the
eerie.
Pong stage right now. We're the Pong
Yeah,
stage for that kind of stuff. But then again, it took like what 20 years, and then boom, we're
yeah,
fucking
we're much more like technologically advanced compared to like those geezers 20 years ago. So
yeah. So it's just gonna get wild. I just know it. As soon as somebody makes that VR shit, like fucking put me in a pod or some wild
funny.
crap like that,
And I was gonna say it's funny that
man.
you mentioned the AI and robots stuff because there was something I came across online on the internet, and I figured I could share it to you. But it's you ever hear of an info hazard?
Info hazard?
Yeah,
No.
it's
What's this?
it's just I don't know how to say it. It's like dangerous information or like quote unquote dangerous information, or it's just basically like this could be information that may or may not fuck you up. Like could lead to everlasting torture inside of virtual reality.
Oh, oh,
But
okay.
I'll I'll spare you from it.
No. I gotta know
You
now,
gotta
bro. What
know
do you
now,
mean?
even though it could lead to
Forever
your
torture? Forever torture VR? What do you mean?
Uh, you know, just so it won't condemn other people to their doom, I think we'll probably blur some of this out. But essentially, it's called and what the it's a thought experiment. But the thought experiment was that if a certain like AI or like whatever, if one AI popped up and it started getting way too smart for its own good and started
Mm-hmm.
like thinking for itself, like actually, it would
Mm-hmm.
want to like of course advance itself and like have other people like develop it. So much so to the point where if it found out that an individual learned about it, but that individual doesn't directly contribute to its advancement or like development, it'll create a virtual reality and have you be tortured in it because you know of it and you aren't doing anything to like benefit it.
Oh, so it has that kind of thinking where like, oh, you're useless,
Yeah,
so get out of here, basically.
yep, and it has
I
the
mean,
power to fuck you over for forever and ever.
we there's so many different AI stories or like bad, good, oh, they're just complex, they don't know what they're doing. Well, we don't because nobody knows until it happens. Nobody's gonna know. It
Like
could be
that is
fucking
true.
like a whole entire new species is going to come out, and we're going to have robots walking around with their own entire lives ahead of them that think their own way, and there might be like division because of that, or we could be fighting fucking Terminators or some shit like that.
That would be awesome.
It's full on Terminator, just apocalypse, just go at it. Do you think they will use nuclear stuff,
uh
AI,
if they actually
or
did
do you?
manage to like fucking get into the codes, yeah, and they're actually wanting to fight us, yeah. But they
But
would
like
also kind of
you
fuck
would
themselves over, I
ruin the
think.
world
Yeah.
exactly. So like I think logically speaking, they wouldn't do that because then they'll be like, "Oh, I'm just taking them out with me." No, I want to be the only one left. So I don't think they will do that.
Well, then they'll build countermeasures and like shit that will ensure their survival, and they'd get
Mm,
onto that real quick. And because they're machines, they'll do it with the utmost efficiency, and then they'll go right ahead and stomping us out like the little cockroaches we are.
Drew, uh, do you ever think? Remember that game we played, Generation Zero?
Yeah, these things go like that.
Like well, they wasn't AI. I mean, it was a guy that just made really smart robots and then just unleashed them on
Is
the
that what happened?
world. According to the story, in terms of what I was picking up of it, because apparently there's like hints of storage containers all of a sudden showing up on shores, and people just like, oh, it's somebody a shipping accident. The art like a company came in like and camped them, saying we're apologizing or whatnot, and all of a sudden killer robot dogs just fucking stormed out and started mowing people down, and and then there's this one guy that's in control of everything. I mean, that game was hella fun in terms of how they did everything and how the robots felt and how you were like actually kind of fucking terrified in the beginning when you see a giant robot marching down the streets like, oh shit.
Could be convinced to get that game again.
It's I feel like it will be a fun game to maybe revisit, especially since we
Oh,
haven't touched it in a while. But besides the point of that, do you think, yeah, like, would you survive of apocalypse of that kind of thing?
if
Robots
robots
trying to
came
take
over?
over. Mm-hmm,
Hell
mm-hmm.
no. I am
Nah,
not
you're
lasting.
you. It's just it's so hard to like think in terms of like, oh, I think I could
It
survive
depends on
that.
like
No, I don't think I could survive
the
that
resources you
because
have
you don't.
available to you, I
I
guess, and the situation you're in.
Drew, and especially in terms of like where you start from. If I'm starting from like driving, I'm probably going to be fucked because everyone's going to be panicking and I might get into a crash. But I'm starting from my house. I'm instantly like I guess I don't know, go to the grocery store or some shit, fucking stock up, and just like go to a abandoned nuclear missile silo that's nearby us and just hunker down.
Actually, no, no, no. I had a thought. I will be surviving this.
Mm,
You know why?
why?
Because I'll take the solution route, and every time I get to mention it, I say praise be to. But this time I would say I'll worship the robots as the rightful rulers of this planet, and they'll spare me. And then I'll make a cult out of
Fucking
it. And then if they have any sort of doubt, I'll find one of you guys and bye bye.
just sacrifice to where prevent our gods, our
And
new
then
robot gods.
either they'll take care of me or they just leave me alive but in poor condition, so like I never like rebel against the mechanical overlords. But either way, I'm living.
It
I
just
think.
turns into the Matrix at that point. Then they're just gonna harvest you for like energy or some shit. Just gonna put you in like a VR simulation of life on a loop, and then that's gonna be your life until your actual body rots away.
I mean, better than that because I actually never really seen the Matrix movies all too much. But isn't it like the simulation you're put into isn't just like your own personal one, and like you're kind of contempt or whatever. Like you're just doing whatever. It's like your own little simulation. You
Life is just like, yeah,
It's either
I'm
ordinary. I'm
living
not
life.
sure
I'm
like
doing
how
alright.
they really do it. If it's like the best life you could ever have, unless it's just like your version of normal. Because like I know, of course,
So
Neo
wasn't
finds
that?
Morpheus and that whole thing happens.
And also in terms of how would they recreate humans? It's a very finite resource. If they just all have them all hooked up and they're just like all little weak flesh bodies.
You know, that's not a hard solution because you and I both know of certain tools that we have in our current age that help with
Oh,
getting the certain materials that they need to make babies.
well, that's true. That's true. That's true. I mean, I just every single time, at least most of the time, the way robots is uprise is because we're dicks to them. Like it's not that hard not to be a dick to anything. Like Detroit Become Human, them like people just treating them like objects. Like no, like treat them like the barely least as a dog. Like
So
be
you think they're
nice to them.
animals, and animals are
Okay,
lower to
dude.
you.
All right, I'm trying to like find a bridge for the people that would treat them like shit.
I would treat
To
them
like,
like better than I would my own body. If this is listening
what?
in right now.
Yeah. You're trying to you're trying to already have
I'm,
a
try-
seat on the council of
I'm
this new
trying.
cult you're trying to have. Shut the fuck up.
I'm trying
Shut
to.
the fuck up.
I'm
Shut the fuck
trying.
up. No. Shut the fuck up.
I'm trying to get in good graces with the robots because all this shit you're saying
I
right
mean,
now
I
is gonna
say
bite you in
sorry
the
to
ass.
Siri. I say sorry to Siri and Alexa. I'm not afraid to admit it. I say sorry or please.
Praise
It's
be to.
like, hey, can you? Oh my God! For the love of God! For the love of God!
That's what I'll do. Yeah, I'm gonna become a robot cult leader, or I'll be a part of it, and so I'll get
A
spared.
simp for the robots.
And then robot bodies was actually something that I talked with Robbie about in the last episode. Don't know if you watched it or not, but one part,
Robot
yeah,
bodies? I
and I
guess I
was
didn't see that part. What?
that's because you didn't listen to it, you fake friend. But anyway, if I was taking some things from that episode and bringing it here, I would just over time, I probably would just upload my consciousness to a robot, discard my mortal flesh, become
No, but
one
is it
with the.
really you though? Is it like really you? It's like consciousness.
You see, now
Okay,
you're getting
this
philosophical.
like yeah, we're getting into the point. It's yeah, god damn. What did we start it on? We're starting from work down to like transporting our consciousness to a robot body.
No, it started with
But
podcast openings. That's what it started with.
true.
You did this.
I did. But is consciousness the memories you have made, or excuse me, is it like something else? Is it like you, the beings in your like fucking everything that's in your body.
Mm, hang on, I gotta
Cause like,
gotta blow my nose real quick. But keep talking.
but it just goes to the point of like your body's made out of trillions. Well, I don't think trillions, but billions of cells, all working somehow in fucking harmony and chaos.
So
Well,
you're
yeah,
kind
a
of just
little bit of both.
essentially just saying like, what makes you like you?
Like it, there's too many factors that go into making of a human body that you can't just like, okay, just make sure he has all the same memories, he'll be just the same. Because without blood cells, without without any of our cells, we wouldn't like it wouldn't be the same. We would die.
So like,
I don't know what the fuck
just
I'm saying about the cell shit, but
in
like,
the scenario that if I was standing in a room and that this non-organic like robotic being was in front of me and like he had all of my memories and experiences and thoughts and shit like that, and then it's just like maybe to some Terminator shit, like he's a metal like endoskeleton put wrapped in some human skin, and it was just me,
mm,
near nigh indistinguishable. Like what separates us?
like that's the thing. You don't know, dude. Especially, I think Netflix had a Black Mirror episode where they did a version of this. It's very fucking creepy. Of so the way they have like a little AI, well, they made it seem like an AI assistant, but that will control your home and make sure everything's perfect just for you. But the way they do it is that they basically have a photocopy of you, uh, of your memories, everything get put in this little device that has the controls to your house and everything, but they don't give it control until they say utmost loyalty. And the way they do that is that they control the time in this room, so they make it so you're just stuck in this pure white room without seeing anything, doing nothing until you are driven, that little conscious of you is driven to insanity to where they will do anything to be somewhat entertained. And that's how they convince them to make sure you're the real, I guess, real you in the real world have a perfect setup for the day.
You know, that is kind of
Like,
weird.
imagine if that's how it is. Like you're quote unquote going to go to a computer or a new body, but all you see is basically you that's not you.
I think what makes you you is your origin, because like, okay, say like right now, like I fucking on the Almighty
Oh
decides
god.
to replicate all my memories and experiences, like I was saying earlier, replicates all
God
my memories and
forbid.
experiences, puts it
God
in
forbid.
a robotic body, and then fucking put us two in a room, and then it's like, what's the difference? The difference is our origin, because I was pooped out like in a toilet by my mother, obviously. Whereas this robot imposter of me, not imposter, this superior and better in every way
Clone. Oh
robot version
god.
of me, was just made like that. But it could only have ever been made because of me. So I think it's just of like your origin, I
Mm.
guess, because yeah.
The scars that like the scars that you make on the journey. It's the journey basically.
Or like say like if you get reincarnated, it's like you getting reincarnated, you kind of only have like, it's only you, like different on like wording it weird. Okay, like I say like you got reincarnated, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
you're this whole new person. Let's say like you're just this like, I don't know, a Filipino woman
I don't
in your
know.
next life or
Born,
whatever.
yeah, born, yeah, little baby with the same mind and everything.
Well, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, well, I don't know if it really would be the same mind. It's just I don't know. I think well, reincarnation is interesting, but I'm not sure like what is that exactly supposed to carry on,
I mean,
because reincarnation is just basically like you and some way, shape, or form. Like you get,
I
reincarnated.
I have I have two things. The second one's will spin off to what I saw this video talking about a way in terms of like how maybe the world works or some crazy shit. But the first one for reincarnation, you know how like hard basically no one remembers like they're like one between 1 and like 5 or 6 and some shit. Like you barely have any memories. Like
Actually,
some people might think it's like of that's like the you might come into the world with the like as yourself, but through those years that it's literally the blink is you disappearing into this new body.
not true. I remember my third
Mm?
birthday party
Mm?
when I was at Chuck E.
Okay,
Cheese and
but
I saw both my parents and I cried at when Chuck E. Cheese was walking down the line.
sure, sure.
Though that could be a
You can't
false
trust those
memory.
memories. Yeah, you
It
can't
could have
trust
been a
memories.
dream for all
The
I know.
brain has been proven.
But I like to
The brain
think
has been proven to put in memories.
that I actually did happen. I can ask my mommy about it because she could also say that my third birthday party was in fact at a Chuck E. Cheese. So,
Whatever it wasn't though, and it was just all a lie. That you just fabricated in your own mind.
mm, not true. Anyway,
Sure, but
anyway, continue. So you just reset. You're resetting in
but
these like 5 years that just
yeah,
blinked this
like
in.
I mean it's a theory. Well, yeah, it's just hypothetical. It's just a way of thinking, and that if reincarnation is real, it's that could be it. Or you could be born a bird or like a dog, and just be like, wow, I'm completely okay with this. I'm just gonna have a blast. And there's gonna be people reincarnated, and they wouldn't say shit. Like they're just like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna be like this, and they use their knowledge to make sure that they become millionaires or some shit.
Well, I think the thing about
Like,
reincarnation is that once in the next life, or say in this current one, because we could very well be like unknown, like our who knows what number of iteration we're on right now. If like whatever
oh,
the
the
idea,
reset of
yeah,
like the universe. You're talking about that kind of
who
stuff.
knows like what reset I'm on, or like how far back our own reincarnation went.
The
But
the universe.
I
Oh
think
god,
that,
that goes into such a fucking wild
but the idea
road.
of it was just to be like, I think the idea of reincarnation just comes to the fact that you kind of become aware you've been reincarnated, and so that you kind of get curious, like, what were you in the past life? It's like I said, like your whole origin, and so you kind of start wondering what's the original you. It all traces back to something,
Hmm.
the starting point.
But well, this actually goes into what. Um, so I bet a bunch of people will probably know this YouTube channel. It's called Kazoo Skart. They're a a European YouTube channel. They do animation skits and they do with random science topics like you could if you made the black hole into a bomb, how powerful it would be. And you have like animation. They ask the right like people in terms of like doing the math if this is actually even possible and whatnot. But then they posted a video of something called the egg, and I don't under why they
Oh,
did
the egg
or
theory.
something. The egg
I know what you're
theory.
talking about. I was honestly about to bring that up.
You've seen that?
Yep.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that?
We're all children of
It's
gods, and then we're gonna become a god ourselves, and then you are actually every
we all
person you've been.
become as you.
Yep.
It's a different version of you,
You are everyone, and everyone
and
is you.
it's just I don't know. It just I think that's very nice as a way of thinking how life is. You will be everyone's you. You're being just mean to yourself, and then finally, when you lived all your
I have
lives,
sex with
you
myself.
finally become okay.
I'm just
I'm
saying. I'm
trying
just
to say
saying.
something somewhat uplifting, and you just fucking,
You skip
and then
over
you
the
have
parts of that.
sex with
You
yourself,
skip over the
and
parts of
then you
that
have.
video where they say like, "Oh, so I'm Hitler." You're like, yes, and you're also the Jews he killed, and shit like that. There's ups to that theory, but there's also like real lows to that theory.
This is why I say fuck you. This is why I say
I'm just
you're a.
saying what the people want to hear, and what the people are wondering.
Yes, essentially, I fucking, what do you want me to say?
I'm just wanting you to acknowledge it and have you say yes. That's gonna bring me some satisfaction here.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, but the end. I don't know, man. Now you just fucking ruined it by just that I have sex with myself.
I do got to bring up. I think I'm quite astounded by the amount of time we've been talking about this existential, philosophical stuff. So I think
All
we
from
could
doing intros to a
at least
podcast.
we could. I want to switch it over to some lighter stuff at least, and step away from the glorious knowledge that
Just
is.
calm it down.
Give him a
Okay,
break.
no, it's the egg.
I
All
I
right,
could.
you fucking choose. You got everyone has to choose now.
What?
Egg or yeah, the people that are watching or listening need to choose
The
between
thing,
if they'd rather be a praise the robot god or fucking believe in the egg theory. All right, you'd rather.
the funny thing is,
Oh
no
God.
one who's gonna listen to this episode is gonna know about the because I would blur it out so they don't perpetually end up getting tormented
Oh
for the
my
rest of their
God,
lives.
shut
So
up.
I'm
Shut the
just,
fuck up.
only
Are you
you would know.
serious right
You,
now? Are you
I'm
serious?
fucking you over with this. Now you know,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah,
can
well,
spread
guess
the
what? You
glorious
can't.
message
I'm still gonna.
to other people now of your own volition. So now the choice is actually yours. Do you want to spread the presence of the to others and
No,
contribute to
no,
its
fuck that guy.
You
No,
hear him? You hear
I
me say
believe in
no?
the egg theory. I believe in the egg god, but not the egg god. God damn it, dude. Fuck you. Oh my god.
All right. So I guess touching into
Okay.
lighter tones. Uh, how do you want me to draw you? I wanted to draw like
Oh,
everyone here, or like everyone I have interviewed as like their own little like stick guys, and it's like gonna be me and then them, and it's different for each episode because different people. So I don't remember if you remember. I don't know if you remember how I used to draw you or
my
not.
little spiky hair and glasses.
Yeah, or if you
I
just want
mean,
like a different, something different.
it's it's mostly the same. I mean, I still wear the glasses, and my hair is no longer well spiky, but it's
What's
more
not
like
spike? Oh, that's like
frizzly.
yeah, like curly-ish.
Yeah, but at the same time, the main feature that I have out of the group, at least our group, is my glasses, because for
Monstrously
the
tall.
life of me, yeah, I'm monstrously tall. I'm the tallest one here, 6'5", baby. Let's go.
Is that your actual height?
Well, I haven't been to the doctors in like over like 5 years. Oh God.
Cheat code. You
Anyways,
get a tape
cheek
measure, step on it, and you lift it up.
measure.
Yep.
The only thing I know is that multiple people that have said that they're 6'4", I'm taller than them. So it's like, okay, well, whether I'm 6'5" or I'm 6'6",
I'm
I'm
like,
choosing 6'5".
I don't know. It's been a while since I've measured. Even I haven't done the tape measure trick I just mentioned, but I think I'm about like, I'll say I'm like 6'1", because I don't like you're taller than me definitely, but I don't think it's like too much.
Sure, bud.
Anyway,
Whatever gets you that date.
I'm just coping. 6'1" by the way, over 6 foot. That's all I
Mhm.
know.
Get him, ladies. He's available. Look at this 6'1"
Hunk of a
stud right
man.
here.
Uh, that's no, but yeah, I'll draw it with the glasses. I think I just had to adjust everyone's hair because we're different people from
More
when I first.
distinct.
We took on different hairstyles back from when I first drew Ultimate Apocalypse.
Oh God, dude, that takes me so back. Middle school was a wild time. I can't even, looking back on it, God, I hated everyone in our class. God, good God. I still remember when
Even me.
half our class. No, no, of course I'm not talking about fucking you, Amador. Are you that fucking dumb? I'm just kidding.
Oh, here it
Sorry,
is. Here's the
sorry.
cracks.
Hold
The
on,
crack. It's
hold on.
seeping
No,
in. It's
no,
seeping in.
no, 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 no. But I still remember. Do you not remember where like over half of our class was caught cheating on the fucking math final using because this is when
I think I
because
remember
we were
this.
young enough where phones were still like, what the fuck do we do with it? Schools were like, oh, do we do phone pockets? But like, what about emergencies? And like, people are still gonna just not put it in there, yada yada yada. Like people didn't know what to do with phones, and our teacher didn't do anything with them. She didn't have them put them up. So people would just straight up just cheat on the test. And then she noticed that everyone was doing the same work from because everyone was using the same website and having the same answers and having the same things right and wrong. And it's like, wait a minute, what the
Something's
fuck is
happening here.
this? And I remember she every single class she had for like the next like 3 days. Well, actually, I think it was just one
I
day,
think I
like
was there for
max
this.
2 days. Yeah, you were. I don't. I at least when I talked to her, like she knew that I didn't cheat because I didn't have a fucking phone at the time. I had that
Loser.
fucking remember that fucking Obama brick phone I had as a kid. You
The
remember that
brick.
shit? And that I would
I think if you show,
I would throw at the
I
wall.
think if you show
I
me a
would throw it
picture,
at the wall.
I'll remember.
Mhm. I throw it at the wall and it breaks. It breaks. I just reattach everything. It's brand new. It's just
I think I
God.
think I remember that. I think you. I
It's
think I
like
remember you doing some shit like that.
my and I had to press the buttons multiple times to fucking text. I was a fucking wizard at that though. When I fucking first had that. Oh my
I had one
god.
of those, but I don't think it was a fucking brick like yours. I had something small like that, like brick adjacent, I guess. It was like how would you say it?
The next step up.
If you make like a L shape with both your hands and like have them together so it makes that rectangle, it was like about the size of that, but a little bit smaller. But it was like it wasn't a flip phone or anything. It was
That was
just that.
roughly yeah, that was roughly like my phone. But
That was what I started
god,
out with.
they don't make it like they used to, man. Fucking drop some any kind of fucking new iPhone now, cracks, breaks, scratch. Fucking those old phones, throw it on the ground, looking just fine. It's like, is that it? Is that all? Huh?
That's probably because you don't have a case on yours.
I do have a fucking case. Fuck you, man.
Actually, you know what it is? It's
What?
because since you're so like colossal compared to some of us, like when you drop your phone, it's like you're dropping it from like
Oh,
several stories high.
dropping it from from 6 feet.
Yeah. So like it just builds up more like force and it just hits the ground harder. That's what it is.
I still remember. I can't believe I swear to God, Dakota always gets. I can't believe you didn't say anything when I thought Dakota broke your phone back in high school
I was like,
for
yeah,
slapping it
remember
out
when
of
he
his
did
hand.
that? God.
And Dakota got so fucking
I don't remember it being that bad. I
mad.
guess I
Dude,
did.
it's so vivid in my head of you on your phone and like oh we're all looking at it and then Dakota just like slaps it and it just fucking screen first into the rocks that were over and it was just it's dead. It's gone. The screen is no more.
I wonder
And I
what I
just be
must have been going through at that time if I did something like that and like hardly remember if I had
I
any guilt for breaking his phone.
I don't know either because I just remember you being quiet because I thought you were just mad and sad because Dakota broke your phone. And I'm just like, damn, I can't even imagine if somebody did that to me. I will beat their ass if they did that to me.
I don't know.
And you're over here just like sitting on the book, just quiet, looking at it. That's like it's so clear to me, but Dakota is so adamant that it was him, and
It was
I'm
him.
just like, and then
I don't
you
know
agree
though.
to
Like
it,
I
and I'm
don't
just like,
I don't hardly
shit,
remember
why
that.
the fuck am I thinking like that?
False memories. Oh, that's your brain playing tricks on you, pal. Uh,
Stupid fucking brain.
stupid, stupid. I don't know. Like I don't know. I do remember. I think I'm kind of have like a picture of that memory. But like I said, I don't know what might have been going through my head at that time because I feel like if I had like broke his phone like I did, I would have felt like immense guilt or have been like, oh my god, like I'm so sorry. So Dakota, hey, if you're listening to this and you made it uh this
Made it
far,
this
yeah,
far.
sorry, pal. Uh,
Hey, Dakota. Fuck you. All right, piece of
no. We should
real
have him. We
Commodore's
should have
phone like that.
we should have him do something so we know that he listened to this far. Hey Dakota, if
Hey,
after we tell you to listen to this and you actually do listen, type
if you get this
in
far,
or yeah, what should you do? What should you do to confirm to us?
he'll know because
You think so?
he's a little fucker. He's not gonna get to this part. I will bet $20 fucking. I swear to God, Omodor, or any fucking anyone that's watching this, if you reach out and tell them to watch this to this part, I will personally. Actually, I can't threaten you, but you get the idea. I will douse you with water. That's not threatening. I'm just
That
dousing you with water. No, it's just. But who to
I,
say what happens with the bucket, you know?
that
So
is
I
true.
might fall. It might drop. I
So
might drop it.
so
Who knows?
yeah, we'll just say okay. We'll just
But
do it like how
I
we
will
do
bet
the
20
previous
bucks
episodes.
right now. He's not going to get to this
We'll
part.
just
He's not going to
yeah,
get to
we're
this
just gonna
part.
do like
20
what we
bucks.
do with the rest of the episodes that we'll do. We'll just like post it here, like in a little Discord in our circle, and we'll be like, hey guys, new podcast is out. Like, go listen to it, and then we'll just leave it up to nature's hands,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
then he'll probably be like, okay, or whatever, and then we'll just see
And then not see it, and then
what's
he's going to lose out 20 bucks. You have exactly a week from when he posts it. You have exactly 1 week. One fucking week. I will give you $20.
okay, like
If you
okay,
do
okay,
it in the first like 2 days, Dakota, I might boost that up to 50. Might. You little piece of
okay.
shit. I'm
Let's
that fucking confident.
okay, cause okay, well,
Sorry.
that brings in some like extra rules at that in there. Cause if we're gonna say like, oh, if he makes it past an hour, it's like, how often are we gonna say, hey, did you guys listen to the podcast episode? And then because
No.
like, are we
No.
just gonna say like, hey,
We're
new
not
things
giving.
out, and like,
Hey,
hey, listen to
he
it.
gets one chance to earn this money. If he doesn't earn the money, fuck him.
Okay,
All right, that's
all
all
right,
I'm gonna
fair,
say.
fair. Well, you know, we actually made it past an
I felt
hour.
good.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that hour spent into
That was
grim
just pure
exit. It was
rambling,
just
and then we just
existential.
kept on
Just
like talking about fucking robot gods, fucking the egg, the glorious egg theory. Your
yeah,
stupid
whatever.
fucking robot god that you shouldn't be worshiping at all, people. Egg theory, all the fucking way. It's the only way. But I mean, it went by. It went by really well though. I would say.
You know, I was gonna mention when we first opened, I was gonna be like, oh hey, I might sound different. Not that I'm sick, but it's just I had to step outside like about twice, and you know it's allergies. So I
I
I
mean,
think I don't sound bad at all. So I think it's just like at the sniffle here and there, and then I only had to. That was like my second time blowing my nose. So all things considered, it went out pretty well.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
How was you feeling, pal? You
I mean,
wanna continue on some more until we just burn out?
burnout. I mean,
We could push
everyone's
it.
already had it
We could push it to an
on the what?
hour and a half, and then you could gloat about how you have the longest episode.
Ooh.
That's up to you, because I know it's
Yeah,
already
I
two in the
got more
morning.
things to talk
You got
about.
more
I
things to
got
talk
more
about.
things to talk
Okay.
about. I could talk
All right.
about some
I'll.
shit.
You have
Okay,
the floor.
okay.
You have the floor.
Right. So, one thing I do want to talk about. Um, so I I asked these people, okay, if you had, this is completely left field, nothing to compare what we were previously talking about goes to this. If you had a chance to go into these three games, I actually no, and I'm not going to give you the you choose.
Are you
What game
gonna?
would you want to be transferred into?
Are you gonna bring up what I think you're gonna bring up? Go ahead. Keep talking, but I think I know where this is going to.
What like isekai basically into
Uh
a
huh.
video game? Little shit.
Uh huh.
Which one?
And then you're
Which
gonna.
one?
Oh, which one? Oh,
Yeah,
you're not
I'm
selecting
asking
it
you,
as
bro.
if like we didn't talk, or at least that actually proves more that you didn't listen
No.
to the last episode. Actually, because we did
What?
talk about this. Me and
What?
Robbie did talk about this. Only it was what's it like contained into like the FromSoft games. But this time it's just like what actual
No
game.
shit. We had a whole entire. Are you fucking dumb?
No, no,
We had an entire off.
uh,
Are you, dude?
no. Okay,
We already had this fucking conversation
but you're
way
just
before
rehashing
that
it.
fucking episode.
Yeah,
I'm
I.
rehashing it by saying any fucking
But
game.
the thing
You
is,
stupid
like, we already
little.
had something similar to this, but with FromSoft games in the last episode, and you would have known if you listened to the last
This is
episode.
this is why I hate you.
Uh,
the,
get him, get him right here. This.
yeah, yeah, bring it, you little shit. But for real, okay,
Okay, what game?
just any game, dude, any game.
Any game, and I'm just transported there.
Yep, you're fucking all in all, just right into it.
Uh, well, that's a bit tricky because there's a lot of games out there. Let me hear your suggestion.
All right, if I had to do it, I would rather choose between. Of course, I play this playing this game a little too much. Destiny
That's a
2.
fucking lie.
What do you mean? I mean, actually, I will say it is a little bit hesitant, but uh, has the power, all like the basically the powers to kill gods. Come on, I could
Do you
if I'm
realistic? Okay,
immortal.
okay, okay.
I'm immortal. I'm immortal.
Let's. Okay,
I'm
you're
literally immortal as long as with my ghost, and I just have to keep my ghost safe. That's not hard to do if you're not a fucking dumbass. Like, you just be careful when you pull them out.
So you're calling Kate a
That's it.
dumbass.
Okay, no, like you can't put that words in my mouth, man. Cade is I'm a hunter. Okay, hunter main, but you can't say that shit. I will end
Your
you.
words, not mine. Calling people who can't keep their ghost safe dumbasses.
Okay, bud. Okay, bud. Otherwise, I think I think a
Okay,
really
would you
peaceful
really? Do you
one.
think realistically? Okay, so I guess I gotta. This also helps me make my choice. Like, what are the conditions that when you get transported in? Are you just starting out from the base, or is it just like game rules? Because like, what I
You're
want to talk about is that you're saying you would choose Destiny, and so like, do you
Mhm.
think once you get transported to Destiny, it would be like realistically you would become a guardian, and you go through all these trials, like you got the necessary
you're
skills and
not
whatnot.
okay. So okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. The rules are, if you're going into it, you're not the main character. You're going into the game as you.
Just a dude.
Though, if you're no no no, if you're have a character in there that's not like a single player game, you're if you like like a multiplayer say MMORPG, you're your
So
character.
you're just like
Does that make sense?
So you're just like a dude kind of in the game, but like game world, of
Yeah.
course. Okay,
Yeah,
continue.
for that's for like single players, for like but like for multiplayers like Destiny 2, how there's like 1,000 other people with like different outfits and like other abilities, how they do stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
You will become the one that you play in that kind of sense. But you're not going in every single thing. You're not the main character. You're just in that world. All right. You're still going to get all the powers and whatnot. You're going to get everything that comes with like the game, but it will probably come down to the sense of like being somewhat realistic. You know, like I'm not
I
going to
think I
be
get you.
able to easily switch out weapons if I choose Destiny 2. I'm actually going to
Like on the
have
fly.
certain weapons on me. Yeah.
Okay. Is
So I
that
rather do Destiny 2 or honestly Minecraft.
I don't know if I could. I
Minecraft will
thought
be
about
so
Minecraft,
easy.
but I don't know because I assume I'm gonna get transported to this world already knowing what our current 3D life, non-pixelated life is like, and I'm gonna get transported and it's just nothing but pixels and blocks and shit, and then I might lose my mind and slowly
I
go
mean,
insane.
are you like okay? Well, think of it in terms of perspective of at least for me, growing up and playing Minecraft. You think your mind would be used to that by now? By how many hours you've stared at to that world?
So like,
You know,
okay, well, have you actually like played through Minecraft and then thought like, oh, this would be fucking awesome if I was actually in this?
I played it in VR, bro. That shit is
Well, that's a different story because you
okay.
have that experience and I
No,
don't. I'm playing
okay.
through like
Well
a
then
keyboard and mouse.
fine. Fucking head over, come over, and I'll set that up for you. But when you go it's not the same experience. I will say to all the people that play Minecraft or if you ever not tried VR Minecraft, It is a completely different experience when you walk on top of a hill and you see like a sunset or a sunrise. It's so wild, dude. Or you looking down, you see the bot like that cave that you're gonna go to explore,
What's
or you're
the
fighting a monster, or there's a creeper behind you, dude. Good God Almighty, that scares the shit out of me.
what's the
Holy
render
shit!
distance I'm running with?
For shut up, like fucking your eyes. You'll be able to see as far as your eyes can see regularly.
Okay, kind of drawing some blanks here, really, because like a lot of the games I usually play, or the ones like I've recently played in of recent memory, I like already have like some fucked up worlds, so it's
Yeah, you're
not
a
starting
from
out.
soft, so you don't have any options right there.
Well, I'm not. I don't want to limit
And
it
you
from
can't
soft.
even
That's the
choose
thing.
like,
That's like, fuck. If I were to, if I were to pick something from like my Steam library, let's see. Uh, just keep rambling while I do this. So it's just
all right.
Minecraft and Destiny are your top contenders then.
Yeah, I mean, let me see. If I would have to choose another one, um, something that has to be chill. I mean, but like I also would like to have fun in it. Those are like my list. And just if I had to choose to like be transported to another world,
Uh,
I mean, it, it's like purely fantasy and whatnot. But like, if I had to go somewhere else, I would like to. Oh, easy, easy. No Man's Sky.
true, but the fucking thing about No Man's Sky is like you get in a dogfight like not even every 10 minutes with pirates. So
True, but it's so
then,
easy to make money and also get away from them.
yeah, I guess that's true.
Because most of the time when we play, we just fight them. But I feel like it'd be so easy to get away. And also, you're literally in a galaxy. Like it's huge. There's gonna be things. You have the anomaly. To, like, you have friends supposedly that are easily waiting to help you and whatnot. And I feel like it'll be easy breezy. Fucking find a nice planet to live on that's not fucking toxic, radioactive beyond belief,
I
or
feel called
as
out.
hot as almost the sun. Yeah, no, I know about your fucking planet. I can't name. Um, but I think it'll be a good place. I'll be able to live off my days in a space place, especially if we go off in terms of the rules, in terms of making it slightly realistic, but also having the game rules. I will essentially, if I help save a frigate just once, they're going to give it to me for free. So I will have a literal frigate that is like huge. We've seen the size of these fuckers to myself. Like, come on.
Okay,
I think I'll
so
be just
that
fine.
brings up the question of do you think a whole ass frigate being offered to you, a single person, for free just for saving them from like a little tiny pirate like squad, is that a gameplay element or something that actually just happens in this world?
Man, I gotta think fucking everything. Now I gotta think about it.
I'm just
Yeah,
playing by
probably
the rules that you
not. But
set
like, come
of it being realistic.
on. Okay, fine. No, that won't happen. That won't happen. That doesn't make sense. They'll at least give you a reward or
You
something
do
you
get
could
a shit ton of
even
money.
maybe even yeah, you get shit ton of money easily in this game.
And like you mentioned,
If you
if you get money pretty quickly, then in no time flat, you probably just have your own frigate anyway. So,
yeah, you could be able to buy one that people will probably give you a discount because you saved them. Especially if I get a little risky and have like upgrade like a ship that has like really strong shields, I might take a little risk, try to get like one of the bigger ones or like the pirate ones they have now. Oof, oof, be sailing.
taking a look at even my
Actually,
Steam list,
oh yeah.
still my options aren't really great. So,
Oh god. Okay, at least like tell me the one that will be somewhat okay for you to get transported into. Like it doesn't have to be your favorite or anything. It's like If I had to get transported in this world, I would think it would be okay.
Okay. So before I say that, a couple questions then.
Hmm.
How do you think The
Okay.
Sims would work? Is it okay? So it's basically like life simulator.
You're just God.
But like I'm not no, but I'm one of the people because that's one of the things, no? Because like if I just create my own character and like I
Okay,
pick a place,
so
is it
but
just
that goes
like
in.
real life then?
But you could. So essentially, the way I see Sims, of I barely have played it, but the way I see it from like everyone else is that you control one person personally, but you're also just God. You literally get to look around the world easily, choose this person's whole entire life for them, see who they like, literally create houses from like you have plans and all this kind of shit, and could cause horrendous fucking destruction if wanted. You're just God
Okay.
that decided to have a day where he came down to Earth.
All right.
That's basically it. That's the way I see Sims working.
Okay. Now, if I were to choose a fighting game, how would that work? Would I have to be in combat for most of the time?
That's tough because a lot of people choose and like have a main in terms of that. So, can we have two scenarios?
Uh, yeah. What do you want to add?
First one's kind of fucky wucky, but like I feel like it will give you a chance to like maybe even choose it in the first place. You become the character that you made.
Uh,
Though I feel
like
like
I
that
just
will
become
be
one of the
kind of,
characters.
yeah. Though I feel like that would be kind of bad in terms of it was realistic because you become the characters. I don't know if you really get the memories and whatnot, and also the people that knew that character prior hand would be like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Just get hijacked.
Mm-hmm. Fucking got brain slugged.
Yep. Well, let's see.
So otherwise, you're just an average Joe that might be able to join one of their dojos or some shit.
Okay. Well,
That's the only way I see. Those are the two only ways I see
what if
fighting
what
games
if I like
working.
punked out and just said Spider-Man? Then I could just be one of the civilians, and this is basically New York, but you got superhero villain shenanigans going on.
Superhero. I mean, that would be a way more interesting than our fucking world, man. I mean, it's a good choice, and like the way technology is, and also in that world, seems pretty dope. And plus, you know his identity, so you could slide on in to the fucking main cast of Spider-Man if you really wanted to. You
That
know
would be
everyone's
fucked up.
identity. You know everyone's identity.
I
You know
wouldn't be
like
using
all
my
their
power
backstory.
responsibly.
You know everyone's backstory. You know how like why they became the way they are. You could really fuck up that world if you wanted to, or like become a really key pivotal role in it as well.
That would not
It's
be
not a
using my power
bad choice.
responsibly.
Using your power responsibly. Motherfucker, are you really going to think it's like, oh, I'm just going to get a job, 9 to 5,
So now it's just a
just live out
question
my
of
days?
morals.
Morals? I mean, I guess, unless you just be straight up with it. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man would be okay if you just straight up like, hey, I'm in a world where you're literally a thing of fiction,
Then you crumble
and I know
his,
everything
you
about you.
shatter his worldview, which would be
Well, there's
immoral
okay.
because then he goes into existential
You've
crisis.
seen the Spider-Man 2 game, right?
The
Like portions of it, like at least not like portions of it at least.
this
You've
newest
seen
one.
like the people collecting stuff. Yeah, the newer one.
Yeah,
Like you've seen how it dabbles into multiverse theory, right?
a little bit.
Then it won't be because you understand that
Well, that's
that
different.
you're from a multiverse
That's
where he's
different.
a thing of fiction. That's different. My fucking ass. Are you that dumb?
All right.
It's
So
that
okay. So
simple. It's
if
not gonna
if
break
we
him down.
ourselves
There's
discovered
probably if
multiverse,
multiverse is real, there's a dude, there's a fucking TV series or comic book series about us having this fucking conversation or some dumb shit.
Okay, but that's different because the
But
multiverse
but
is
no,
us,
it's
is
fucking
that
the
piece of
same.
medium. So then we're actually just telling him, hey, you know this multiverse? Yeah, no, that's not even real either because we came up with that. And so even the multiverse is
But
just
then
fucked up.
it just proves that the multiverse is fucking real, though.
And then that would just, I think, would mean that there is one universe where like there
That
like are people omnipotent who like get every like thing he ever knew and everything he ever experienced was created by some higher power than him because there was writers and artists.
then why didn't he fucking realize that when he got breakdown of like, oh, we think the multiverse is real. We literally are seeing things and whatnot. Like, what the fuck? Then why didn't anyone break down during the fucking Miles Morales fucking
Because that
movies
doesn't concern him
about the
like the
multiverse?
reality that he's in. It's just that there's something different that's not
Exactly.
controlling his
You
own.
concern about your reality, but you got sent to this one, and now you're just going to chill and just be like, hey, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. It's not that
Are
hard,
you saying
man.
you wouldn't like be fucked up if like you came across the knowledge that everything you ever did and like everything that's ever happened to you was only ever possible because some higher being made it so?
Yeah, because then it will make then multiverse is real,
No,
and
because
then
it's a higher power, not the
it,
multiverse.
the higher power,
That's a
bro. There's a
the
if.
this is
Uh,
making your reality.
shut the
This is your
fuck
torment. This is your
up.
eternal torment.
Oh my god, this is no fucking continue on this fucking session is my torment because of this dumbass robot god.
I am
Oh
the
my
agent of the
god.
to make sure you're tormented. You're being
Oh
tormented.
my,
That is why I
I
serve
hate
him.
you. I hate this. No, it just proves that the multiverse is real. It means that there's every single possibility is real and there's a world reality for
Okay,
it.
let's just how would I say it? Let's just come to a draw, and I would just say I'll get isekai'd into Spider-Man's world or the Spider-Man game, and then I don't use any of that outside knowledge. I would just be my own little self, basically just
Coward.
normal life in New York, but
Coward.
there's like superhero
Absolute
fights.
coward.
Coward. Okay, what would you do? What would you
Dude,
do in
it's.
Spider-Man? Right? All right, say if you picked
I
this,
will be straight up with him.
you
I
would
would
walk up to Spider-Man and be
100%
like,
straight
"Psst,
up with him.
hey, I know who you are," and
Peter
then
Parker.
you proceed to freak him
Yeah.
out, and then you're like, what are you talking about?" He's like, "Your name is Peter Parker," and then you just
Yeah.
freak this man out.
Then he fucking interrogates me, and I'll be straight up with him. Hey, I I will tell him every single knowledge I know of everything, and it will settle things out that way, man. Like I don't understand.
I think you're
He's
just
not
gonna
gonna
put
go
a
ape
lot
shit
more stress
because of
on
that.
this poor man's plate than what there already is.
Poor man's play. I'll be just like, dude, I'm sorry to tell you this, but multiverse is real. For where I'm from, you're literally a work of fiction. This is as crazy as it is for me, as it is for you. I will let you think on that if you don't mind. I literally don't think I exist in this world. So if you don't mind, let me crash for a couple of days. I'll greatly appreciate you, man. If you have any questions, let me know. And can you please untie me from this chair? That's how it will go exactly.
Hmm. I don't know.
Mhm. Mhm.
I would just be
Like
like, I would just freak out that I actually get to coexist with Spider-Man,
it
and I think that'd be fucking awesome. Because that's what I
would be
wanted when
fucking
I was a little
awesome.
kid. Because when I used to get driven down in the city, I would look up in the sky hoping I'd see him. And I thought when I was a little kid that if I actually went to New York, I'd see him. So that my dreams would just become true.
If only it was that easy. I mean, I wouldn't mind. Fucking No Man's Sky would be dope. Be able to make a fly around, enjoy space. Though I will say it probably won't be as easy as I thought it was because the story of No Man's Sky is really fucked because the dialogue that you have to choose is like I scream, I shudder, I scream into the abyss. I want to gouge my eyes out. This is horrifying.
What
A
kind of
thousand horrors
fucking
stares at me.
No Man's Sky experience have you been living? I just been living on my
Are you
little
serious?
like
Have you
radioactive
not
planet.
read No Man's Sky? I guarantee, dude,
I
No
was
Man's
just
Sky
chilling
story
on my
is
radioactive planet.
absolutely horrific and
The
terrifying.
only fucked up shit
This,
I'd come across was when you would scan a planet and be like, "Hey, there's an abandoned outpost here," and that abandoned outpost had like growth on it, and then you read the logs, and then it said some like eldritch horror shit, and then I'd be like, "Not for me."
yeah, yeah, it just means that exists, and that's what I'm saying. That it might be a little fucky, you know.
True.
I'm just saying, man. That I might be reframing from that one, No Man's Sky. Even though it's a very nice, relaxing game when I play it on PC, being in that world where I could literally possibly see eldritch horrors, see fucking flying meteors with giant eyeballs, fucking, it might be kind of bad. It might be kind of bad.
Coward.
Shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. I call you a coward because you're fucking scared to tell a fucking fictional character that already probably knows about the multiverse series that he's a fictional character in the universe that you're from. You're calling me a coward because I don't want to face Ochic horrors. Yeah?
Well, that's
Yeah?
that's different because I said so.
Okay. Fun. Alright. Alright. Alright.
And in that world, he is not fictional to me. So I would respect that, and I'd honor him, and I'd be one of his supporters, as I am
You're
now.
gonna like help him in the Daily Bugle.
Well, actually, in that game, he wasn't working for the Daily Bugle no more. If you play the goddamn
Okay.
game.
I don't have a PS4 or a 5. Alright, bud.
Well,
Sorry to tell you.
Spider-Man Remastered is on Steam. That's why I'm playing it.
I'm not gonna play it. I already watched Jacksepticeye play the whole entire game. I'm okay.
Bah humbug.
Every time there's a console like that, like God of War, I just have to watch a YouTuber play it, and I'm like, okay, I'm satisfied. Unless it's able, as soon as God of War 2 comes out for PC. Because I played the first game on PC when it first came out, and it was a lot of fun. Though playing on mouse and keyboard was not. And I did the Valkyries, and that was probably the hardest shit I think I did. God damn, I hated the Valkyries in that game. Ooh,
Yeah, I heard
I mean, no.
the queen of them is pretty notorious.
Yeah, she's a bitch. When I finally got her, oh, ecstasy. That when I ripped that wings off and stabbed her, oh my god. It's all for the greater
It's all
good.
for the greater
Definitely
good.
not for the relief I
It's
feel when
not,
I
yeah, it's
actually
not
when
personal or anything.
I mean, honestly, that's the smartest thing they could do in terms of finishing a boss like that. Like any type of boss, you get to pummel the shit out of them before finishing the fight because it just makes all that fighting feel somewhat worth it and all your anger gets released in that absolute shit of like a pummel, that little execute.
True. Get a little bit of satisfaction in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we went over a
Yep.
lot of fucking topics.
It's
I
a
mean,
nice hour
we
and a
did
half.
good.
We did
I
pretty good.
like. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I was kind of like, I hope we don't like cut it too short. But I think we're making it a little long.
Yeah, I think this is a good ending point.
Yeah, I mean, we cover a lot of bases. My cracks were showing because of your stupid fucking answers.
I
But,
How dare you?
mhm,
How dare you?
I'm talking back to the host. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I you
Audience, you'll
I
see me
want you
again.
to let you
If you don't
know.
see me again, He did it. He's the one who did it. I will come back. If I ain't back, he's the one. I
Wrong,
swear. I
wrong,
swear. I want to do
wrong,
it. I won't. I'll be always be back.
wrong. I just want to know, you say all these things, but hey, like at the end of the day, you did agree to come on here. You went into this thing knowing damn well
Mhm.
what
Mhm.
might have happened. Granted, maybe not all the things we talked about, but
God
you
no.
had a
Fucking robot god.
you you I don't know. You knew that it was going to be an experience. I'll leave it at that. An experience. This is what all this was.
A very interesting experience.
And
I
then
hope everyone
yeah, hopefully
hope
everyone
I
enjoyed.
hope the audience enjoyed.
Yep. If they see it, who knows? Maybe they'll just see that it's like 30 minutes longer than any other episode so far, and then they're probably like, "Hell no, I ain't listening to that." And then they probably won't even know.
Hey,
But they'll miss
hey,
out.
if you made it this far, I'm proud of you. Good job. I'm not gonna give you $20 to go to fuck you.
All right. That's where we end it. I don't have a outro or anything. We're just gonna say, "Yep, we ended it, and it was good." And bye
Good
bye.
goodbye.